For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believed in him should not perish but have everlasting life. Like and subscribe, please. Thank you.
What's up, A Love Story? It's your boy AJ, and today we're back with another banger vlog. Okay, so basically today's topic is, first question is, how's the eviction process going? How's the selling the stuff going? How is packing going? And then how are y'all planning the trip? All 4 topics in one video. This is probably gonna be like 15 minutes long. Even though I say it's gonna be long, you know, most likely it's not gonna be long.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
So yeah, first, thank you guys so much for 100 subscribers. Woo-hoo! I know it isn't much. I know it doesn't seem like much, but to me and my family, it is a lot, because, you know, we just started this stuff and tried to take it serious a week ago, and, like, you know, now we got 100 subscribers, and that just gives us a bright hope for the future, because imagine if we get 100 each week, we're going to have, like, I don't know, almost 2,000 or something before this year ends. And imagine if God blesses us to have 1 million before this year ends, or 50K, or 100,000. It's just, you know, God's working, and we're just, you know, ready to get these, ready. If this what he wants to be, if this is what he wants us to do, we're gonna do it. So yeah, we're gonna start with the first question. How's the eviction process going? So it was going swell until we found out that God has been told us that, you know, we weren't, you know, when we first got here, we had it was kind of obvious that, you know, he was like, you didn't have to leave from where you were. You didn't have to go from that house you were at in Texas. You chose to leave. So now imagine that wasn't on his path. But the blessings he gave us, you know, I guess it was like a 2-way option. You know, you can go there or there, and it's still on his path. I guess he's blessed us while we're here. So yeah, we were planning on leaving, and we were looking for confirmation, because, you know, you might think, you're like, oh yeah, that's God, but that could be an enemy. So we're like, God worked through our pastor to speak and tell us the word, and this is the pastor where we're trying to go to church at. He's like, the message was, take your peace back. And the amount of peace we've given to people here in Michigan, and just in Michigan in general, is insane, because people here are rude. It's hard to get a thank you. It's hard to get a how's your day going. Most people are just gonna flick you off and cuss you out. So, you know, and they get tempered here easily. So, you know, you give them peace. Like the other day, this lady lied on us at Westco, and I'm not gonna bring this up. Like, I'm tired. Like, I'm fed up on it. We gave it to the Lord. But yeah, she had told a lie, and we were like, the best thing we can do is just put peace at it, because we can't go. Now look, I wanted to go back in there and be like, what you say? I was like, nah, we gotta put peace. We gotta push peace. So he said, take all your peace back. He said, you wondering why the things where you're at aren't working out? Because you're not supposed to be there. He said, I think he said something about leaving from the place you are, where you're not supposed to be at, where you're not welcomed, and you aren't accepted. Even though, like, you know, it's not like we're trying to go anything. You know, like, we're Christians. We're trying to be in a Christian environment. And he said, go somewhere in a Christian environment. Imagine if you go somewhere in a Christian environment, and then you're not accepted. But and then he said, leave back to where you were accepted, and do not. That was off his path, obviously. Now, we're not saying this is off his path, because we got some blessings here. We're just saying that if we're at a Christian environment and we are not accepted, and we feel like we're getting judged, and we were once at somewhere where we felt welcomed in home, then why would we leave our home to go to a judgmental place and try to push peace just for them to reject it? If they reject the peace, dust your shoes off, grab your piece, and be out the door. So, yeah, basically, I'm ready to leave. I don't know. I'm ready to leave. I know it's going to miss everything here, which I am. I'm just still ready to leave. But yeah, that's how the eviction process is going. And, you know, hopefully everything goes well. Hopefully we're still leaving this Saturday, if that's what God wants. But early on the selling stuff, that's been going completely slow. We have not sold one thing inside this house since I listed it a week ago. And now, maybe thinking I didn't put too much effort in it, because I thought, like, last time when we were leaving my house, it was really clean, and I had all the stuff bunched up, and I took really good pictures of all the stuff, so we sold all of it in the first week. So with this, though, we have not sold it in the first week, and I was thinking maybe because OfferUp and Facebook Marketplace are slowing down, but no, people are looking and trying to buy stuff on Facebook Marketplace all the time. It's just I didn't list it right. I just took a couple quick snaps and posted it and said, this is nice, you know, this and that. Charge a whole bunch of money and expect people to buy it. So what I had to realize is that, you know, that's not how we're going to be able to get our blessings if we just sit here and not try and not try and not try, if we just expect it to be handed to us. So I realized that I cannot expect my blessings to just be handed to me without putting in any effort whatsoever. I can't expect me to go and take 2 pictures and there's like 15 things to take 2 pictures of all 15 things in one and say, here, you should buy this for $200, and some other, oh, I'll buy it for $250. Like, no, you have to actually try it. Last time I tried, this time I need to try, so I'm gonna go do that today. So yeah, that's the trying stuff. And how is the moving and packing going? Wow. Okay, so I made it like donation was easy. Donation is not easy because it's like a thin line between what you want and what you can't keep. And then a whole nother note is that storage is filled to the brim, and you know, there's so much stuff in there that we have to go try to, you know, there's stuff that we can listen and stuff we should sell, there's stuff we should donate. We got to go through all that stuff and see what we want, what we don't want, then all the stuff we got in our house, and it's really overwhelming. So that's why I said selling the TV and the game will probably be the last priority if we do still leave. It wouldn't be like something we do today or tomorrow, morely like on Thursday. Yeah, on Thursday, because I'm pretty sure, or on Friday before stuff closes. But yeah, we have to realize that sorting the clothes and picking out what you want to wear, and you know, it's summer there in Texas, and it's turning summer here. As y'all see, I'm getting a little hot up in here. Let me turn the AC on me. But yeah, it's getting summer here too. It is like 90 degrees here today, so, or 80 degrees, 90 or 80. So, no, 90. So yeah, it's getting hot around here. So we had to get ready for the summer, and most of the clothes we have, we weren't ready for the winter here in Michigan. We had came here, and people were like, it wasn't going to snow, it's going to be really cold, it hasn't snowed in years. It hit us hard this year. We were like confused. We were, you know, so much frostbite. So much frostbite is all I can say. So yeah, it was a lot, but we managed to get through it with God, and now we're just like ready to go. And yeah, it's cold there, but it's not as much. They don't even really have snow in Texas, and that's really a good thing, because you know, even though I love the snow, if I'm not prepared, I'm gonna be in a house. Like I said, I gained like 20 pounds. I probably gained 40 this Christmas, this winter, if we try to stay here, and there's no way I can get outside and do any exercises. Yeah, and then, you know, the suitcase stuff. We were planning on buying the suitcases with the money we got from pawning the TV and all, but you know, so now I'm thinking I should probably start listing more stuff, because I realize even if we pawn the TV in the game, and that's like $400 or $500, that's not going to be enough to get us suitcases and then get us there, and for us to get a Airbnb or whatever when we get there. So I was like, you know, I probably should start trying to sell everything, because I know all this stuff in this house is probably worth more than $10,000, and I'm sitting here acting like it's worth $0 or like a penny. So yeah, the traveling stuff. The traveling stuff is going smoothly. It's just our car is a little older when we got her, so she has a couple miles on her. How many miles? I can't even see it. I don't know where that's at. But I know she got a couple miles on her, and one of her tires might be messed up, so we have to get all this stuff. Or, you know, what I was expecting is for the car to be in shape, all the money to be in shape, all the stuff to be sold, all the stuff to be packed by today. Then we just sit and chill for the next couple of days, then leave on Saturday and make it there on Sunday and have a bus weekend there at church and just chill. I was expecting that. That's not how this is going. It's literally, it's flipping from what I thought was going to happen to what I expected to happen. So yeah, but you know, now I really could, now it's just all I can have is best expectations, because it's a 50-50 whether we stay a couple more weeks or if we leave this week. But yeah, I just wanted to post this to let you guys know how that's going. I feel like until we for sure we gotta go. I know we gotta get something, maybe have to plaster that tire wherever the hole is, that we gotta find it. Then make sure she's ready to go, because she's, you know, trying to act up a little bit, so we try to make sure she's ready to go. Call her Shera, yeah. You're gonna hear that name a lot in the traveling vlog. Shera, remember, Shera. Oh, okay. And how in the house, you know. Sorry, I just saw something. In the house, you know, it's doing what it do. we only could give it to Jesus, because if he wants us to leave on Saturday, we'll leave, and we already accepted that. And if he doesn't want us to leave, we're not going to leave. So in the meanwhile, we're going to go through all this stuff and separate it, and we're going to clean up, and then hopefully he reveals to us tonight if we're going to stay or leave, or later this week, or if before Friday, because if he reveals we gotta leave on Friday, it's gonna be like a rush to get here and be at the house. Because I'm trying to make us leave at like 1 a.m. so we can get there the same day, so we won't do all that. So we won't be late for church. But then I'm not even realizing all this stuff, so we might have to leave like Friday night. But yeah, trying to think of some more stuff. The house in general is not messed up. Last time we had a house, I know you guys may be thinking, why'd you guys leave your 4-bedroom, 2-bath? Morally, because I'm gonna speak it out in the truth. When you let people in your house, they bring their own energy. And now, as a Christian, you can believe in energy. I know people think, oh, it's bad to believe in energy and all this. You can believe somebody has energy. That's positive energy. That means you're good, or negative. That means you aren't thinking good. It's bad. So we let so many people in that house that had negative energy. Like, there was rarely any positive people in that house but us. So it goes with a fight from the negative to positive. And at first, when we first moved there, we weren't even we didn't go to church yet. We weren't even for real Christians. So it went from negative to positive. Then there's people in there who did witchcraft that came in there and all this other stuff. And when it clashes together, if you think only 7 people, because Justice couldn't pray then, so 7 people versus like 20 people who are negative and all this evil witchcraft, and then us just trying to be good. Who do you think's gonna win in that fight? Obviously the evil, but come on, let him have a standing ovation. Jesus, baby, this is the negative. This is us. Jesus, bam, gone. It's gone. And for a second there, he did cleanse us. No, not a second. He did cleanse the house. The house was clean, but morally, it's just they're. When you let people in your house and you let them give you stuff, which we had, all of our stuff was donated from other people. So when you let them give you stuff and all this, there's a weight that gets on you, and it makes your house feel heavy. You know that feeling where you're like walking, you're outside and you're feeling all free and all this, and you walk in a house and you just feel this big overwhelming feeling like, oh, either I want to lay down, or I want to walk back out, or I just don't like the feeling of my own home. Then that means that there's some energy in there that that's not supposed to be in there, and you never know what it is. It could be something the nicest person gave you, and they really don't like you, and it could be that, or it can be somebody who came in there once and left something or did something crazy. Because we've had some crazy stories with some people who left stuff in our house to try to do witchcraft and all that. So we are basically when we get our new house, there is going to be no one inside. Now you guys can look through the screen. That's okay. It's okay. We get that. If someone's to hate on us through the screen, that's all good and fine. We can easily put that to rest. But we can't know if somebody walks in our house and brings something in there and leaves it in there, especially if it's getting a house now, and like a big house, and not just a small house or apartment where you can find stuff easily. And it's a big house and they can set it anywhere. It's gonna be hard to find something that they put in there. So yeah, basically what I'm saying is, watch out who you let in your house, because if you let anybody and everybody in your house is going to be labeled a house for anybody and everybody, not you, but your house is going to be a home for for whatever city you live in. Because when you buy a house, or rent a house or rent an apartment, it's supposed to be yours. If you let people who aren't who kind of might be bad, or won't that relationship won't last, don't let them in your house, because it's going to make them, when they leave and they start hitting on you, saying their house is ugly, this and that, oh, I hope this happens, it's going to bring this overwhelming, weight on you, where you don't even want to be in your house anymore. Each time you go in your house, you just want to lay down. You don't want to do anything. You don't want to go to church. You don't want to read your Bible. You don't want to do this and that. You don't want to go outside. Because when I tell you guys, that house had us burdened down. How when they say break every chain, those are literal chains that had us to the ground. I think the only people who didn't have chains on them probably were our little siblings, because they actually love to go outside. In our backyard, it was huge. They had toys. They loved to do it. Us, me, my brother Jordan, my brother Aaron, my mom, we were sitting in the house all day. We didn't like to do anything. We went home. We picked homeschool so we can do nothing. We didn't have to go in public. So it was, it was a lot. It was a big burden. But, now we've learned our lesson, and we know that with Jesus, all things are possible. So even after that, it still felt a little lighter. And, yeah, we just know our mistakes. You know, we know how to make. We know how to. We made mistakes and we know how to fix them. So now this is one of the things that we know how to fix now. And I feel like you guys are gonna love our YouTube channel. I feel like you guys are gonna honestly love our YouTube channel. You're gonna be like, this is amazing. I feel like you guys are gonna be my mom's nuclear wish so she can retire. She's been working hard her whole entire life. She was working hard as a kid. She was working hard as a teen. She was working hard as a young mom. She's working hard as a single mom of 7. Like, she's a survivor. Like, she's working hard. And I honestly have to, praise God for that, because all the strength she gives, I would have been snapped on every last one of my siblings if I was their dad. I'm going to be honest. I would have been snapped. I would have been snapped, So for her to be strong and not, beat her kids and, barely whoop us too, and we're still kind of like mostly obedient, and, there's sometimes where we aren't, but like, most of the time we are, that comes, that's a goal that all moms in the world should want, and I'm glad we have this YouTube channel so we can share it to all moms in the world who think that, there's no hope for them to make their kid better. Just realize you can be single, you can have a husband, you can have a boyfriend, you can have a sneaky link, you still can be a strong, empowered mom who doesn't need a man nor anybody but Jesus to help her. Because I'm telling you, without Jesus, she probably would have been failed. Without Jesus, we all probably would have been failed. We all would have failed. Not probably, we all would have failed. So as long as you have Jesus, this Walsh is back. As long as you have Jesus in the center of your relationship with your family, and your family is to go all as well. I'm not saying that you don't have to put any effort, because you got to put effort. She puts effort in all the time. I'm just saying, that helps. But yeah, that's I don't know why I just randomly talked about that. I don't know. I'm just letting everything out. So you guys, yeah, basically that's how the eviction's going. That's how the moving process is going. That's how all this is going. And it's all, doing what it's supposed to do. Now, I admit that, there is a little doubt that I feel like I have doubt that we might leave. But, if it's in the Lord's will, Lord, let all the doubt go. Because if it's in His will, we're leaving. And if we are staying, that's in His will. I can't, just Wash is giving me anxiety. I can't change His will, and I have to accept it. And I'm going to be happy with it. Because, it's a win-win for me. I don't know for who else. I just want to go because I miss my church. But it's a win-win for me. I'm going to have a fun summer. So, yeah, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. Like, comment, and subscribe. Get us to 500. I want to make a challenge. Let's see if y'all can get us close to 500 before Saturday, if we do leave. Come on. Yeah. Maybe that might be a confirmation from the Lord. Get us close to 500 before we leave. And it's like, I don't know. Let me not say that. I don't know. I'm just saying. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Let me see. Comment your favorite book in the Bible. Love you guys so much, and thanks for all the subscribers, and hope God blesses you the rest of your week, because I know it's Monday. Yeah, it's Monday, so hope He blesses you guys with the rest of your week, and see you guys later.